Hello, all. Welcome to our final wrap-up session here. We'll give folks just a minute to come over from the previous session, and then we'll get started. Thank you all so much for sticking with us here through to the very end of the conference day. We hope you enjoyed it and hope you're ready to move forward with some of the new information you've learned. Thank you all again for joining the Northeast and Caribbean Mental Health Technology Transfer Center today for our conference. We greatly appreciate your participation and your commitment to yourself, your organizations, and most importantly, to the people in your services. We hope you've benefited from the sessions today, and if you've been with us before, from our previous work as the MHTTC. We at the Northeast and Caribbean MHTTC believe in recovery from mental health conditions for all. We believe people with mental health conditions can grow and change, and that over time and with supports can live engaged, meaningful, and purposeful lives. We work to develop and to facilitate the implementation of practices that support this recovery, and we've seen it work. We're grateful to have you all joining along with us in these efforts. As you heard from Dr. Gill during our welcome session, the MHTTC network will be ending in just a couple of weeks on September 29th. Thankfully, the resources we've developed and the recordings of prior webinars and the recordings of the sessions today will continue to be available. I'm going to just take a few minutes of the remaining time that we have together to share a little bit with you about some of the resources that we've created that we're particularly proud of, although we're proud of all of our work, as well as some links for you to be able to access these resources. Let me assure you that we will provide you these links via email as well. I know some of you aren't able to click on the links at work because of protections on your work computers. So these will be coming to you again, but I did want to highlight just a few things. So as was mentioned, our resources will continue to be available to you all through a new website, which I am putting in the chat now. This will be where the archive of the Northeast and Caribbean Mental Health Technology Transfer Center materials will live. It is not up and ready at this moment. It is under construction, so please feel free to click on it if you can and bookmark it, and know that in early October, the materials will go live there and you'll be able to access everything. Thanks, Kati. I realized I didn't post it to everybody there. You can also access our previous webinar recordings on our YouTube page. They are available there now, and they will continue to be available there into the future. I also wanted to highlight some key tools that we've created over the last several years. For those of you who work with Hispanic and Latinx communities, we've created Walking in Recovery cards. These culturally inspired cards promote affirmative, inclusive, and recovery-oriented messages for Hispanic and Latinx individuals who are living with mental health conditions. They're designed to provide a message of encouragement and hope, and they include an explanation of the importance of culture in the recovery process and in overall wellness. These cards can be downloaded and printed to encourage a discussion of recovery and to combat stigma. They're available for download in English, Spanish, and Portuguese. We've also created and recently launched animated videos that address common cultural beliefs in Hispanic and Latinx communities about mental health conditions and how to support recovery among people living with mental health conditions. Similarly to the cards, these videos are also available in English, Spanish, and Portuguese. And I will put that link in the chat. Shifting topics to motivational interviewing. Some of you may have participated earlier today in our motivational interviewing session. We have created motivational interviewing training of trainers manual, which is designed to prepare those knowledgeable in motivational interviewing to deliver MI instruction to their peers and colleagues. The motivational interviewing training is comprised of 6 modules designed for delivery in 60-minute in-service sessions. The trainer manual contains guidance for preparing individuals to be effective trainers, PowerPoint slides with detailed presenter notes and activities, worksheets, and other resources that are directly referenced in the modules, including some demonstration skill videos. And that link is in the chat. Some of you may have already heard about our manualized intervention called the POWER program if you attended Stuart Luther's session just a little bit ago. But for those of you who were not able to attend that session, POWER is a school-based group intervention program designed to promote emotion regulation skills for middle and high school students with or at risk for developing mental and behavioral health needs. You can access the program materials, additional resources, and training videos at the link that I just put in the chat. Additionally, if you are into podcasts, we have a couple of podcasts that we've produced, hosted by our own Michelle Zechner, who some of you may have met through the sessions today. One of the podcast series is called Flourishing at Work, a plan for helping professionals, which addresses evidence-based practices, emerging needs, and ways to enhance provider wellness while supporting others. The second is Mind Care Matters, which provides an overview of effective programs to inspire and support people with mental health conditions, with topics including things like peer-delivered services, mind-body interventions, supporting people in the LGBTQ+ community, supported employment and supported education, integrated physical health and mental health care, and clinical supervision. I encourage you all to access either one of those podcasts at the links in the chat and to check out some of those sessions. Finally, we're very excited about a new product that you may have noticed Tony Zippel mention in his session. It's a new product that we're just putting the finishing touches on, called Positively Happier, a positive psychology intervention for people with serious mental health conditions. Tony, as I mentioned, who presented earlier, contributed significantly to the development of this manual, bringing his expertise to bear on the content that really seeks to integrate positive psychology and psychiatric rehabilitation. This is a 15-session manualized program that can be delivered either to groups or to individuals, adults, that gives you practical and effective tools from positive psychology to teach people how they can take steps to feel happier in their daily lives. As soon as that project is complete, we will let you all know via email, And you will be able to find out more information about that on the MHTTC archive site in early October that I had previously posted. So that's some of our resources. There are many, many more on various topics that we've covered over the years. We have multiple kind of one-page informational materials. We have some that are focused and developed explicitly for schools and to be accessible to children and families. A variety of resources available on provider wellness and other strategies for supporting organizational wellness, as well as some of the evidence-based practices of illness management and recovery, supportive housing, supported employment and education, as well as an introductory online course on psychiatric rehabilitation. All of those will be available on our archive site. Finally, while the MHTTC will be going away, as I mentioned, we're very excited that we will be continuing to serve the Northeast and Caribbean region, as well as now expanding into New England as a partner in the new SAMHSA-funded Mental Health Dissemination, Implementation, and Sustainment Grant that begins on September 30th. So we have no rest for us. We're jumping straight from the MHTTC into this new project. As we have more information to share about that, we'll push that information out to all of you. We'll be able to provide you additional information about what activities and resources will be part of that project. I'm happy to address any lingering questions. I know there's a question about CEUs. We don't offer pre-approved CEUs, but you are welcome to access the training slides that will be made available and your certificate of attendance, and you're welcome to submit those to your credentialing agency. If there are no additional questions, then I will say a final thank you again for your participation and your partnership, and we look forward to having the opportunity to work with you all again very soon. Thank you, and have a good rest of the afternoon.